Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I'm excited to talk about a topic that impacts all of us on healthy eating habits. We all know the saying, you are what you eat, and it couldn't be more accurate. What we choose to eat affects our health in many ways. Today, I want to discuss why we should quite literally reduce the thought of unhealthy eating habits and how making better choices can lead to a healthier and happier life. Let's begin by talking about the differences between healthy and unhealthy eating habits. Many people think that fast food is just as convenient as cooking at home, but that's not really true. Although fast food might be quicker, home cooked meals are far healthier in the long run. You can compare eating fast food to choosing a quick fix for a problem, but in reality, it's not as effective as taking the time to prepare a nutritious meal. I'm sure some of you have tried to lose weight or get healthier by eating better. In my case, I found that eating a balanced diet full of fruits and vegetables is as satisfying as eating junk food, but with much fewer negative consequences. It's easier to adopt healthy habits when we realize that the rewards far outweigh the instant gratification of unhealthy foods. Let's move on to discuss the impact of unhealthy eating habits. The truth is the damage caused by unhealthy eating is often ignored until serious health problems arise. Diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and obesity are caused by poor eating habits, but many people don't realize this until they are diagnosed. The effects are not seen immediately, but they add up over time. The fact that healthy habits are encouraged everywhere by doctors, nutritionists, and even in schools shows how important it is to change our lifestyle. Unfortunately, it's common for these recommendations to be overlooked by people who are more focused on convenience and comfort. Mm, well, one reason people struggle with unhealthy eating is that they don't always have the motivation to break their habits. The truth is, unhealthy eating is something we fall into gradually. At first, we might simply give in to cravings, but over time, unhealthy food becomes something we rely on. Breaking this cycle isn't easy. It can be difficult to give up foods that are high in sugar and fat, but it's possible when we start small and gradually cut down on those types of foods. When we choose to cut a junk food from our diet, we are not just avoiding bad choices, we are making space for better ones. The key is not to give in to the temptation every time it arises. Over time, we can get rid of those unhealthy eating habits, replacing them with healthier alternatives. Many of us have looked back and regretted unhealthy eating choices by the time we realize the consequences of those choices. The damage has already been done. You might be thinking, I had eaten so much junk food last week and now I feel terrible, or I hadn't paid enough attention to my health before. That's because often we don't see the effects of our actions until it's too late. But just because we had made poor choices in the past doesn't mean we have to keep making them. The important thing is to realize what has happened and start making healthier choices from this point forward. The past is behind us, but we can still change the future. Now let's talk about motivation and support. Many of you may have heard people say, um, can't eat healthy because everyone around me is eating junk food. But let's challenge that mindset. If your friends or family are not eating as healthily as they should, you don't have to follow suit. When someone says, I've been eating healthier lately, it's easy to respond with, so have I, or I've started eating better too. When someone else says, I'm finding it hard to eat healthy, we can reply, neither have I. But we should also be ready to offer encouragement or advice. It is important that we support each other in our efforts to make better choices, rather than allowing ourselves to fall into the same unhealthy habits as others. Well, finally, changing eating habits can be challenging, but it's not something you have to do alone. If you are struggling to make healthy meals, you can always have someone prepare healthy meals for you, or even get a nutritionist to help you plan your meals. The causative forms here is useful because it allows us to take action without necessarily doing everything ourselves. For example, if you are too busy to cook, you might have someone cook for you or use a healthy meal delivery service. This way, you are still making healthy choices even if you don't have the time or energy to prepare meals yourself. Additionally, if you want to eat better, you could get your meals planned by a professional. This can take the pressure off, allowing you to focus on the areas of your life while still maintaining healthy habits. It's all. Thank you for joining me in this video. Have a nice day.